Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that attracting the woman of your dreams wasn't about tricks, manipulation, or playing games? What if the key to drawing her in, to creating a deep connection, lay in a simple yet profound truth? You need to first believe that you are worthy of the love you desire. The truth is, attraction begins with you, your mindset, your confidence, your belief in yourself. When you embody the qualities you seek in a partner, you naturally draw them into your life. Confidence is not arrogance, it's the quiet assurance that you are enough as you are. The more you hold this belief, the more attractive you become, not just physically, but emotionally and intellectually. When you walk into a room, you should carry the presence of someone who knows his worth. That energy speaks louder than any words you could say. But here's the catch, it's not just about being confident. It's about being authentic. Stop pretending to be someone you're not in hopes that it'll make you more appealing. The real power lies in showing up as your true self with all your strengths and flaws. The woman you want is not searching for perfection, she's searching for someone who is real, someone who is comfortable in their own skin. To truly connect, you need to listen, not just hear, but listen. Women appreciate a man who listens actively, who values their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. The more you listen, the more you show respect. And respect is the foundation of any strong relationship. It's not about impressing her with your words, but engaging her with your presence and your ability to understand. Now, let's talk about how you view relationships. If you approach relationships with scarcity thinking, there are only a few right women for you, you'll constantly be anxious and insecure. But if you approach relationships with abundance, understanding that there are many women who would be a great match for you, that mindset shift will change everything. Abundance attracts, scarcity repels. Don't chase validation. You don't need anyone's approval to feel worthy. When you're already whole, when you already feel enough, you stop needing someone to complete you. You realize that a healthy relationship isn't about finding someone to fill a gap. It's about two complete individuals choosing to grow together. This mindset allows you to approach women not with neediness, but with a genuine desire to share experiences, growth, and love. Lastly, remember that the key to attraction isn't about perfect words or flawless gestures, it's about energy. If you carry the energy of someone who believes in the beauty of love and connection, others will feel that. It's magnetic. When you're in tune with yourself, when you know who you are, when you truly love yourself first, you naturally become the type of person others want to be around. So, remember this, the easiest way to attract any woman is not by trying harder, but by becoming the kind of person who believes wholeheartedly that they are deserving of great love. When you feel worthy, when you show up authentically, when you respect and listen, attraction flows effortlessly. Attraction truly begins when you believe that you are worthy of the love you desire. It's not about seeking approval from others, but instead feeling confident in your own value. When you hold the belief that you are deserving, you shift your energy, and that energy radiates outward, drawing people in. The moment you stop questioning your worth and start embracing it, you become magnetic. It's not arrogance or conceit, but rather a quiet knowing that you are enough. You no longer need external validation to feel complete. Your internal sense of value speaks for itself. This mindset creates a foundation of confidence that others can sense, making you naturally more attractive. Women in particular are drawn to men who carry themselves with self-respect and belief. When you start believing in your worth, others begin to see it too. The way you view yourself shapes how the world responds to you. Your self-belief is the cornerstone of all meaningful connections. Embrace it and watch the world start to reflect that belief back to you. Attraction flows naturally when you are at peace with who you are. Confidence isn't about boasting or seeking attention, it's about owning who you are and being unapologetic about it. When you are confident, your presence fills a room without you needing to say a word. This kind of confidence isn't born from arrogance, but from understanding that your value is inherent. People are drawn to those who are sure of themselves, not those who seek reassurance from others. True confidence comes from knowing you have strengths and weaknesses, but choosing to focus on the strengths. It's about stepping into your power, not as a way to dominate, but as a way to honor yourself. The key is to maintain a calm and collected demeanor regardless of external circumstances. When you carry this energy, you naturally attract the people who resonate with it. The more comfortable you are in your own skin, the more people are drawn to your energy. Confidence isn't just a state of mind, it's a way of being. The more you embody this, the more opportunities you will have to connect with others authentically. People, especially women, find this kind of self-assuredness incredibly attractive. Be confident, and the world will respond accordingly. Authenticity is a powerful magnet. There's nothing more attractive than someone who is comfortable being themselves. When you show up as your true self, without the need to pretend or wear a mask, you invite real connection. People can sense when you're being genuine, and they're naturally drawn to that energy. You don't need to put on a facade or try to impress. Simply being authentic is enough. Pretending to be someone you're not may lead to temporary attention, but it will never lead to real connection. True attraction occurs when you let your guard down and allow someone to see the real you. When you act authentically, you open the door to deeper, more meaningful relationships. Women value authenticity because it signals emotional intelligence and maturity. It shows that you are confident in who you are and don't need external validation. The more you embrace your true self, the more you allow others to do the same. The key to long-term attraction lies in genuine connection, and that begins with showing up as you are. The more authentic you are, the more naturally you'll attract those who truly resonate with you. Let go of the need to impress, and instead focus on connecting on a real, human level. Listening is one of the most underrated skills when it comes to attraction. It's not just about hearing words, but truly understanding and valuing what someone has to say. When you listen with intention, you send a message that you care about her thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Women appreciate a man who can actively listen, not just talk about himself. Listening creates a bond that words alone can't. It shows respect, interest, and emotional intelligence, qualities that are incredibly attractive. By giving someone your full attention, you make them feel valued, and that makes all the difference in a connection. It's not about being passive, but being genuinely engaged in the conversation. When you listen, you create space for deeper understanding and meaningful interactions. This also allows you to show empathy, which fosters trust and emotional intimacy. The more you listen, the more you're able to understand her needs and desires. Great listeners make people feel seen and heard, and that's something everyone seeks in a partner. Active listening builds the foundation for genuine connections and shows you're not just looking for surface level interaction, but a deeper relationship. When you listen, attraction grows from respect and understanding. Respect is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. It's not just about treating someone kindly, it's about truly valuing who they are as a person. When you show respect, you're acknowledging their worth and their individuality. This creates an environment where both people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment or criticism. Women appreciate a man who respects them, not just in words, but in actions. Respect is shown in how you listen, how you value their opinions, and how you support their goals. It's about giving space for them to be who they are without trying to change them. When you respect someone, you honor their boundaries, their feelings, and their dreams. This forms the foundation of a healthy relationship. Without respect, there is no trust, and without trust, there is no attraction. It's also important to show respect for yourself. When you value yourself, others will follow suit. Relationships thrive in an environment of mutual respect, and it's this energy that creates lasting connection. Respect is a reflection of emotional maturity, and that's what women seek in a partner. When you show respect, you create a space where love can naturally grow. The way you approach relationships shapes the experience you have with them. If you approach love with the mindset that there are limited opportunities or that only one person can fulfill you, you create scarcity. This leads to anxiety and pressure, which ultimately repels rather than attracts. On the other hand, when you approach relationships with an abundance mindset, you open yourself up to countless possibilities. You understand that the right person will come at the right time, and you trust the process. Women are drawn to men who are secure in themselves and who don't feel desperate for attention or affection. Scarcity creates tension, while abundance creates ease and attraction. The abundance mindset allows you to remain calm and confident, knowing that the right woman will align with your energy when the time is right. It's about releasing the pressure and letting things unfold naturally. When you believe there are plenty of opportunities, you don't have to force anything. Instead, you become open to connection without clinging to the outcome. An abundance mindset leads to a peaceful, confident approach to relationships, and that's what women find irresistible. There's freedom in knowing that love will come in its own time. Seeking validation from others is a surefire way to create insecurity, both in yourself and in the people you're trying to impress. When you rely on others' approval to feel worthy, you give away your power. True attraction comes from self-sufficiency. When you already know that you are enough, you no longer need others to tell you so. When you're comfortable in your own skin, you no longer chase after validation. Instead, you focus on genuine connection. Validation is temporary, but self-assurance is lasting. The more you validate yourself through your thoughts, actions, and beliefs, the more others will recognize your worth. Women are attracted to men who have a strong sense of self and who don't need to prove themselves to anyone. When you let go of the need for constant external affirmation, you create a space where real connection can thrive. This kind of self-assurance allows you to be present and engaged in relationships without the underlying need for approval. The most attractive men are those who are comfortable with who they are, with no need to constantly seek reassurance from others. Stop chasing validation and watch how genuine attraction follows. The key to becoming attractive isn't about changing who you are, it's about nurturing and improving yourself. When you feel whole, complete, and content with your own life, you stop looking for someone to fill gaps. Instead, you look for someone to share in your experiences, your growth, and your journey. Women are drawn to men who are self-sufficient, who bring something to the table beyond just their need for a partner. A relationship isn't about finding someone to complete you, it's about finding someone to complement your life. The more you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the more you align with the person who will appreciate you for who you are. Self-improvement is a sign of emotional maturity and personal growth. When you work on yourself, you naturally increase your value and become more attractive. Women respect men who are constantly striving to better themselves, not because they feel they're not good enough, but because they are committed to growth. When you focus on becoming whole on your own, you attract others who are also whole, leading to a stronger, more balanced relationship. The goal is not to find someone to fix you, but to find someone to grow with. Embrace the journey of self-improvement and watch how it enhances your connections. Energy is the unseen force that connects us all. It's not about words or actions alone, it's about how you make someone feel when they are in your presence. The energy you project speaks volumes, often more than what you say or do. When you're aligned with your true self, your energy is calm, confident, and magnetic. Women are drawn to men whose energy matches their inner strength and authenticity. You don't need to put on a facade or try to impress. Simply embodying self-respect and confidence will draw the right people to you. Energy is contagious. When you exude positivity and calmness, those around you feel the same. You don't have to chase after anything. When you raise your energy, you automatically begin attracting opportunities and connections. The more you tune into your own energy, the more you align with the type of relationships you want to build. Being mindful of your energy allows you to create deeper, more meaningful connections where both partners feel valued. Energy is the invisible thread that connects hearts and minds, and when you project the right energy, you'll find that the right people are naturally drawn to you. Being present in the moment is one of the most powerful ways to connect with others. When you're truly focused on someone, it shows that you value their time, attention, and presence. Women are drawn to men who are not distracted or looking for the next thing, but are fully engaged in the moment. Being present means letting go of the past and the future and focusing on the connection you're building right now. This kind of mindfulness creates a space where real conversations can happen, where true feelings can be shared. When you are present, you create an environment where trust and understanding can grow. Being present means you're not chasing after the next thing or looking for validation from anyone else. It's about showing up fully for the person you're with and giving them your undivided attention. This creates a deeper bond and fosters a sense of security and appreciation. When you give your full presence, you demonstrate respect and care, and that's incredibly attractive. Presence is a gift, and when you offer it wholeheartedly, you invite deeper connection and intimacy into your life. Patience is an underrated but essential trait when it comes to building meaningful connections. It's easy to feel rushed, especially when emotions are involved. True attraction develops naturally over time. When you approach relationships with a sense of patience, you allow both yourself and the other person to grow at your own pace. This doesn't mean waiting around passively. It means being confident enough in who you are and what you have to offer that you don't feel the need to rush. It's about enjoying the process of getting to know someone and understanding that every moment of connection is valuable. Patience allows you to let things unfold naturally without forcing or controlling the outcome. The more you trust the timing of things, the more you're able to enjoy the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. This relaxed, patient approach creates a sense of ease and comfort in any relationship. Women are drawn to men who don't push or rush. They feel safe and respected in their space. When you act with patience, you send a message of security, trust, and understanding. Relationships rooted in patience have a better foundation and last longer. The most powerful relationships are built on mutual respect, which is something you should cultivate consistently. It's important to show respect for both yourself and others in every interaction. When you value your own worth, you naturally extend that respect to those around you. It's not about being overly accommodating or always agreeing. It's about acknowledging the value and individuality of the other person. When you respect someone, you honor their boundaries, thoughts, and emotions. This creates a safe space for both parties to express themselves honestly without fear of judgment. Women value men who treat them with dignity and consideration, and it's these qualities that help build trust. Mutual respect ensures that both people in the relationship feel heard, seen, and understood. It's not about being perfect, but about being considerate and aware of each other's needs. Respect is the glue that holds strong connections together, and when you practice it, you invite deeper intimacy and attraction. A relationship based on respect flourishes as both partners feel valued and appreciated. Self-sufficiency is one of the most attractive traits you can possess. It shows that you don't need anyone to complete you, but rather you are whole as you are. When you're self-sufficient, you carry a sense of independence that is empowering not only for you, but for the people around you. You aren't dependent on others to validate your existence or to make you feel fulfilled. This sense of completeness radiates and draws others to you because it reflects emotional maturity. Women appreciate men who have their own passions, goals, and lives, as this shows they are capable of maintaining their own happiness. By having a rich, fulfilling life, you bring something to the relationship rather than relying on the relationship to fulfill all your needs. It also demonstrates that you are responsible for your own emotions and actions, which is a key component of emotional intelligence. When you don't seek constant reassurance, you give others the space to show up authentically. Being self-sufficient doesn't mean you close yourself off from others, but rather it means you are not seeking someone else to make you feel whole. When you are self-sufficient, relationships become about partnership, not dependency. This healthy dynamic is incredibly attractive and forms the basis for a strong, supportive connection. Attraction thrives when you maintain a positive mindset. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate positivity and optimism. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but rather about maintaining hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Women appreciate men who can look at situations with a hopeful perspective, even when things aren't going as planned. Positivity attracts more positive experiences because it's a mindset that opens you up to opportunities and solutions rather than dwelling on problems. When you maintain a positive attitude, you attract people who are also aligned with that energy. It's about being someone who brings light into dark situations, someone who can uplift others. A positive mindset demonstrates emotional maturity and the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace. Instead of focusing on what's missing, focus on what's already going well, and you'll naturally create an aura of gratitude and abundance. This mindset not only makes you more attractive, but also helps you build deeper, more meaningful connections. Positivity isn't about being overly optimistic in the face of challenges, but about choosing to focus on the potential for growth and learning from every experience. People who carry this energy attract those who want to share in that positivity and build something meaningful. Self-awareness is crucial for developing healthy relationships. The more in tune you are with your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, the better equipped you are to co-understand and relate to others. Self-awareness allows you to recognize your own strengths and areas for growth, which is essential for personal development. It also helps you navigate challenges within relationships, as you can understand your reactions and emotions more clearly. Women are attracted to men who are aware of their own needs and boundaries, as well as the needs of others. This emotional intelligence fosters trust and respect, as it shows you are conscious of how your actions affect those around you. When you understand yourself, you are better able to communicate your desires and needs effectively without fear or hesitation. Self-awareness also promotes self-regulation, which is the ability to manage your emotions and responses in difficult situations. When you approach relationships with this kind of emotional clarity, you create an environment of stability and security. The more you understand yourself, the more you allow others to do the same. Self-awareness not only strengthens your connection with yourself, but with those around you, making you more attractive as a partner who is emotionally intelligent and capable of deep connection.